Now it's time for MST 3A to Z. So this is the part of the show, if this is your first time watching the show, where we are looking at every Mystery Science Theater 3000 movie in alphabetical order because I am certifiably insane. And this week that means we're going to be looking at The Christmas That Almost Wasn't. This is the latest, well, it's the most recent episode of Mystery Science Theater to cover a Christmas movie, but we're not reviewing the Mystery Science Theater version. We're just talking about the movie as is. And The Christmas That Almost Wasn't is the story of, oh gosh, this is, guys. So obviously Santa Claus movies are a dime a dozen. And if you've seen our other segment on this show, Christmas Corner, we watch a lot of those Hallmark original Christmas movies, and more than a couple of those deal with Santa Claus in bizarre, so bad they're good kind of ways. The Christmas That Almost Wasn't, however, doesn't posit, you know, a standard Christmas story of Santa's son needs to take over or something weird's going on at the North Pole. This one brings the law into it, and not in a fun Miracle on 34th Street way, in a very depressing way. You see, a real estate guy has bought the North Pole and he wants to evict Santa unless Santa can come up with enough money to pay his back rent. So Santa and his lawyer, who is a terrible lawyer, get a job at a department store only to have said store bought by the same Scrooge-ish real estate developer in an attempt to deny Santa his wages. So it's just as fun a movie as that sounds like. It seems like a weird attempt to combine sort of a Miracle on 34th Street with a Scrooge story. But it ends up being completely baffling. It also feels very cheap and small, with most of the action taking place either inside of Santa's workshop, which is very drab and small, and not sort of the grand workshop we've seen in movies like, say, Santa Claus the movie, or in this very small shop around the corner style department store. There are also a number of songs in this movie, and the music does not work at all. And it's possible that that's because this movie is all dubbed. This is a foreign film that has been dubbed into English, and so they're trying to come up with words and lyrics that will fit the lip movements of the characters on screen. And because of that, I think the music ends up being very hodgepodged and, well, awful. So yeah, so this is the movie where Santa needs to get a job, and it is every bit as boring and frustrating as that sounds like. 1.5 stars.